welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is Nikki here. So today I'm going to do a golden hour skin look in natural light. So I apologise if the light's going to go in and out. I can't really control that. But we are part dresser, part kitchen right here. And I just want to jump right into this video before I run out of sunlight. So we're going to go straight in. I'm really sweating in this jumper as well. I mean, I don't think this was the right choice. Anyways, we're going to start off just with a fresh skin. I feel like my skin is feeling very kind of, I don't know, like tired looking. So I'm going to add a sheet mask to it just to plump it up and hydrate it. I feel like it looks dull when I'm lacking in sleep, which I am today, and it also looks dull when it's really dehydrated, which I feel like I am today. So we're going to use the Givenchy. We're going to go bougie today. These are the Hydra sparkling masks, and look at them. They come in like wet, what do you call it, like wet wipe packet, so you can like take them out. You get 14 masks in here, which I think is really good for travel. So I'm going to grab one of these and pop it on for a couple of minutes and then remove it to hopefully give myself some really nice plump hydrated skin. Okay, now that it's been a hot minute since the mask has been on, you can see that it's dried out a little bit. I am just going to quickly remove it. Sorry, forgot that I was filming. I'm just quickly popping on some Kiehls. You don't really need this, but I'm popping on the Kiehls moisturiser because you guys know that I love it. And I struggle with like dehydrated skin, so I like my skin to be extra hydrated. I would always recommend an SPF just because you want to protect your skin as well. Now I'm going to go in with like a pearlescent primer. This is the Benefit That Gal Brightening Face Primer. So we're going to pop on a little bit of this just to give us more of that kind of pearlized finish. I like more of a dew. You know that golden hour is all about the highlight. So I want that glow from within, and this primer is going to provide that. So we're going to pop it all over and just massage it all over the face. Now I recently received this foundation in my peel packages, and oh my god, it is insane. It looks just like skin. I would say this Givenchy teint, I'm not even going to pronounce it. It's like 24-hour wear and comfort. This is what the bottle looks like. I'm in the shade P300, I believe. And oh my god, I would compare it to Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. It's like skin. It's like my skin but better. And it just goes on really silky smooth, so it provides you with the coverage but it still looks like skin. It's a bit insane. It also, I feel like I don't need two colours. It's a little bit darker than my skin, but I can balance it out with my highlighter colour, but it just means that I don't need to use two different foundations as well. So I'm going to pop this bad boy all over the face. I'm going to drag it down the neck as well, just so we are all nicely blended. So I'm hoping that you can see that it is such a good foundation, like, and my skin just looks like skin. I don't feel like it looks plastered in foundation, which I absolutely love, but that's just personal preference to me. It's giving me a little bit of a bronze. It's a tiny bit darker, which I don't mind because I will balance it out. So for concealer, I am going to go with my Too Faced. You guys know that I love this. This is a multi-use sculpting concealer in Warm Sand. I'm going to pop this underneath my eyes and then just blend this out on my eyelids as well, just to get rid of that halo of smoke. Now I'm going to use my brow products to quickly just do my brows. I do them the same in every single video using my Benefit brow products. So using precisely my brow in 5, I'm just going to fill them in, and then I'm going to set them in place with my 24-hour brow setter. Now moving on to a tiny bit of highlighting, but I'm liking the skin how it is. I just want a little bit of oomph. I'm going to be using the Kevyn Sensual Skin Enhancer in the shade, it's rubbed off because I've had it for so long, SX10 I believe. Now this is very pigmented, but I like it because it's really creamy, and I like cream formulas that don't necessarily dry down like the Fenty Beauty. I feel like the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter concealer dries down, so you don't like need powder and stuff, and that might be good for some of you. I personally just like them creamy because I like to have a long time to work with them. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this, pop it underneath my eyes, and also pop it on my eyelids and then on the center of the face, just to brighten that area and blend it out with a damp beauty blender. This is where the golden hour, I feel, really comes into action. We're going to bronze. Now I've picked a cream bronze just because I know that when the light hits, it's going to give a really nice kind of glow to the skin, and it's just going to look really healthy as long as we do powder. We do need to powder today because else I'm going to look super shiny. I'm actually going to be using 2 foundation sticks. I've got one MAC one. This is the Match Master Concealer in shade 9, and this one's a little bit darker, so this is going to be a bit deeper. And I've also got the Bobbi Brown foundation stick in Warm Almond. You guys know that I love this shade for just like an everyday bronze. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the Bobbi Brown, and then I'm just going to deepen a little bit using the Match Master, and then mix them together with my brush and buff that into the skin. Now that I've done that, next is a step that I always get really anxious about. I don't really like to do this step, not in my daily routine do I do it. just because I hate like the after effects if you add too much. I feel like it's too big a risk with me, especially because I like to use products that are very liquidy and very creamy, and that is powdering. But for this, I do need to powder. I need to powder underneath my eyes. I need to powder on my upper lip where I get a bit sweaty, the sides of my nose, and a little bit down the center of my forehead and chin as well. This is just to keep things a little bit matte, because when the sun's hitting you, you are going to look super glossy. Now if you like that, that is absolutely fine, but just a touch of powder, and very lightly as well. I'm also going to do my eyelids because I'm creasing already, you know. And the only powder that I actually trust is the Nars translucent powder in crystal, just because I know that I can go on top with a beauty blender and everything is okay. So I'm going to be using this and popping it in all the areas that I've just spoke to you guys about with this kind of fluffy brush. It's dense, but it's also fluffy, so it's not going to add too much. Now we're nearly done for the skin. I'm not going to do eyes, it's just about that golden hour skin, but you can add or not add blusher, it's up to you. But I want to add this Nars Orgasm blusher just because the packaging is beautiful and I want a hint of blusher. I can't with the packaging. They've come out with their Orgasm collection and it is like, the packaging is to die for. I swear, I feel like Nars just packaging and collections are just so luxe, so beautiful, and you just want to kind of like treasure them. So I'm gonna pop a little bit of this blusher to my cheeks just to give me like a kind of flush to the cheeks and make me look healthy, you know. Now that blusher was giving me a hint of color, but it's already given me, like, you can see that highlighter. Now you could leave it with the highlighter, but I'm just gonna add just a tiny bit more. I'm gonna use a Givenchy. This is their highlighter in their shimmer powder in 02 shimmery gold, and it is, oh, it's to die for. This is a really good highlighter if you wanted a highlighter that was wet looking, so it wasn't glittery, it's more just like a sheen on the skin. This is the one for you. I know it's a little bit expensive, but it's banging. So I'm just gonna pop a little bit of this on the high points of the face. Now I'm going to do a quick spritz of my Anastasia Dewy Mist before I put my gloss and have a look at my skin. And then whilst that is just sinking into my skin, because you guys know that I like to drown myself in it, I'm just going to add this gloss just to kind of put the look together, because I'm not wearing any eye makeup. This is the Nars Orgasm Oil Infused, can't speak, Oil Infused Lip Tint. I love this. This is like my new favorite after Fenty Fussy lip gloss, because I love them. Oil tints, I think they're really, really easy to wear. You just pop them on and you're good to go. So I'm just going to chuck this baby on. And then one last thing that I am going to do, and just because I feel like I can see it, is I know that naturally, like, my chest is a lot lighter than my face. It just naturally is. And with this foundation being a little bit darker, I am just going to bronze up my neck area and chest area just because I can see it. And I don't love it. So I am just going to be taking the Benefit Hoola Zero Tan Lines. This is the all over body bronzer, and I'm going to take this on actually my Hoola Beauty brush because it's going to fit into that crevice really nicely. I'm just going to glide it down just to tan this area up a little bit. And that, guys, is it for my golden hour skin. Let me know what you thought of it. That sounded really weird, but let me know what you thought of it down below. I absolutely love it. I feel like it still looks like skin, and that's what I was going for. I know there's a lot of makeup, but I feel like it looks like skin. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'm going to film some close-up shots for you guys so you can see the makeup up close and personal. And also follow me on Instagram for daily content, because I upload a video on my Instagram every single day. That link will be left down below so you can follow me there. Shameless plug. And I love you guys so very much. I will see you in my next video. Mwah.